It's a great day for gaming enthusiasts. Steam Daily is here to showcase the games that launched on 15 February 2024. Helskate is a skateboarding action roguelite set in the hellscape of Earthheim. Grind, perform tricks, and chain combos to defeat monsters. Customize weapons and gear for unique playstyles. Fight, die, and upgrade in this fast-paced skateboarding combat game. Challenge the gods of skating for ultimate victory. Let's now delve into the reviews. Common feedback points to strong performance on Steam, tech ambitious fusion of roguelite and arcade skateboarding genre's satisfying gameplay, invoking one more run feeling controls reminiscent of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, fun levels and varied enemies, enjoyable gear and stick assist, and some criticism of forced genre juxtaposition, chaotic gameplay with potential for balancing improvements, early access rough as expected, but promising potential for development, high replay value and excitement for future updates, notable similarities to classic skateboarding games like THBS, balanced gameplay between skating and combat, exciting soundtrack recommended for fans of THBS and roguelike games, exciting concept with strong execution, especially for fans of action sports and roguelikes. Clash Roman 2 is a turn-based strategy game set in a dark world divided by conflict between the pure ones and the old ones. Lead your team in battle, strategically maneuvering troops with unique abilities. Build your army, manage your kingdom's economy, and unlock powerful hero skills. Explore ancient ruins, acquire artifacts, and delve into a story-driven campaign. Encounter unique units, strengthen your heroes at shrines, and manage resources. With stylized visuals and immersive music, Clash Roman 2 offers a gripping experience in a fantastical, war-torn realm. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, Clash 2's early release was plagued with bugs and a confusing interface hampering gameplay. Lack of information and unintuitive mechanics made it difficult to grasp. Despite nice graphics and atmospheric combat, the game's UI, AI, and lack of content drew criticism. However, some praised its potential to evoke classics like Heroes of Might and Magic Roman 3 with promising elements like Norse mythology-inspired world building. Regular updates show promise, but the game's current state warrants caution. Colonize, also Our Friends, is a survival and building strategy game set in the 17th century colonization period. Players establish settlements in the New World, facing challenges like weather and trade. With 6 cities to populate, including Roanoke and Plymouth, players manage economies, populations, and city governance. Developed with input from gamers, it receives support from the Slovak Arts Council. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game is in an extremely bare-bones state with rigid buildings, obtuse UI, and lacking standout features. Although it shows promise, it currently falls short compared to other games in the genre. The tutorial is broken and gameplay feels claustrophobic due to limited zoom and small maps. Some players found it unenjoyable and plan to refund. However, others see potential, praising its early access gameplay and comparing it favorably to Age of Empires. Despite bugs and missing features, there's optimism for future updates to enhance gameplay, graphics, localization, and overall experience. Hawked is a free-to-play online extraction shooter where renegades compete in PvE action to reclaim ancient treasures. Set in a mysterious world of exile, players traverse lush landscapes, battle monsters, and solve puzzles to unlock relics. With customizable loadouts and seasonal events, the adventure is endless. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game faces criticism for its extensive data collection practices, including sharing data with numerous third-party companies. Monetization strategies such as subscription models and in-game advantages have been contentious points. Despite enjoyable aspects like engaging PvP combat and responsive developers, issues like matchmaking imbalance and performance problems persist. The game's future viability may hinge on improvements and potential console crossplay. Caribbean Legend is a Metroidvania action-adventure game set in the Caribbean in 1654 AD. Play as Charles de Moura, a French noble on a journey filled with riches, power, and romance. With 200 hours of gameplay, choose your path, complete quests, build colonies, explore islands, and engage in naval battles. Customize ships, recruit officers, and dominate the seas. Survive treacherous land battles with strategic combat and character builds. Shape your legend in this vast open world where every decision shapes your destiny. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Caribbean Legend falls short of modern gaming standards, despite being touted as an updated version of Sea Dogs, to each his own. The game's outdated mechanics, clunky controls, and lackluster graphics hinder the player experience. While it attempts to capture the essence of classic RPGs like Morrowind, its execution leaves much to be desired. The remaster does improve certain aspects, such as atmosphere and quest recalibration, but fails to mask the underlying Euro jankiness. Ultimately, it's a disappointing experience, especially when compared to other pirate-themed games like Skull and Bones. WarSphere is a challenging, skill-based game where you control an AI chip operating a deadly WarSphere. Sent on a destructive journey by Mother, each run is randomly generated, with permanent death adding high stakes. Keep final loadouts in the archive for in-game activities like ranked arcade mode, daily time trials, and community maps. Experience adrenaline rushes, frustration, and triumphs with 4 billion seeded runs, 5 worlds, 60+ enemy types, and extensive customization options. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, WarSphere is a fast-paced, rich roguelike shooter with intense gameplay. Love and dedication shine through, making it highly replayable. Challenging yet fun, it offers diverse enemies and randomly generated levels. The customizable sphere and rich lore add depth. Despite lacking some quality of life features, its addictive nature and free-to-play model make it a top recommendation in the roguelike genre. GUNVOLT Records Cychronicle is a new rhythm game in the Azure Striker GUNVOLT series featuring 15 songs sung by Lumen, Lola, and Luxor. Sync your moves with the muses using dual analog controls for an immersive experience. Enjoy full-length vocal tracks from the series and DLC through the in-game music player. Dance along with the enchanting movements of the muses and revive your run with their anthem abilities. Relive nostalgic moments from the series with gameplay footage and scenes integrated into the gameplay videos. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that GUNVOLT, Roro's rhythm adventure offers solid rhythm mechanics but falls short in song variety and value. While enjoyable for fans of the series, the exclusion of iconic tracks and limited song selection is disappointing. The game's difficulty, especially on expert mode, provides a challenge, but some find it overly punishing. Character models and certain gameplay elements receive mixed feedback. Despite its flaws, it serves as a decent distraction until the next mainline GUNVOLT release. Ultimately, its value depends on individual interest in rhythm games and the willingness to invest in DLC for a fuller experience. Smalland Survive the Wilds is a multiplayer survival game set in a vast world where players, as vanguards, explore dense forests, hazardous swamps, and ancient ruins. Traverse the environment from a tiny perspective, riding creatures like grasshoppers and spiders. Build encampments on the ground or in trees, craft armor sets, and adapt to changing weather and seasons. Survival hinges on preparation and cooperation in a world where even insects can be deadly predators. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to seamless pickup mechanics streamlined gameplay. Smalland offers a fresh take on survival, with a tiny protagonist in a vast world. The game's freedom allows for exploration without hand-holding. Combat mechanics are surprisingly developed and satisfying. Extensive customization options cater to various playstyles. Building aspect provides creativity, but lacks deeper challenges. Mounts exhibit imbalance, favoring one over others. Lack of substantial rewards for higher difficulty levels is noted. Despite some flaws, Smalland earns a solid 8/10 recommendation. Early access experience is positive, with responsive developers addressing player feedback effectively. Comparable to Valheim, but distinct in mechanics and progression. Respectable graphics and sound design, with minor performance issues. VAIL VR is a multiplayer shooter set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. Players choose sides between Colonize and Rayup Corporation, battling over control of sensitive data. With 12 maps and various game modes, including Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag, VAIL offers immersive combat experiences. Features like weapon interactions, realistic physics, and customizable gear enhance gameplay. Track stats, climb leaderboards, and team up with friends across platforms for intense VR action. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that the game offers a highly enjoyable experience with its immersive gunplay sounds and original ideas. The level design and overall atmosphere contribute to its appeal. However, the game's optimization issues and lack of content updates have led to a decline in player base. Despite potential, the developers' decisions, such as charging for minimal content and neglecting PC updates, have disappointed players. The game's potential remains untapped, with suggestions for improvements like mod support and additional game modes. The absence of a robust matchmaking system hampers player interaction, although the gameplay itself is praised for its intensity and engagement. Goat Simulator 3 Special Edition is a ridiculous sandbox game where players control Pilger, a goat, in various adventures. The game includes remastered garbage from DLCS, new skins, and accessories. Players can wreak havoc, customize their goats, and enjoy local or online co-op with friends. With constant updates and mini-games, it's a hilarious and chaotic experience, but definitely not a simulator for real goat behavior. Let's now delve into the reviews. Common feedback points to avoiding feature exclusivity deals with Epic Games. Despite the exclusivity, players found the game enjoyable, reminiscent of its predecessor. Anticipation for Goat Simulator 2 is high. Some compare it favourably to Payday 3. The game's humour and effort in development are praised. Completionists express eagerness to replay on Steam. A humorous tone is appreciated, with players jesting about their dedication to completing the game multiple times. Overall, players are entertained and engaged with a notable sentiment of enjoyment throughout.